To me, luxurious living in the 21st century means blending of high-tech and eco-sensitive architecture. Of course, craft in traditional architecture, in building as well as design elements, all help in enhancing the architecture to this level. GNA as a rule likes to do both eco-sensitive architecture and high-tech married together. So if you take one of our projects, which is the Jaguar Global Headquarters in Delhi, we have done just that. We have kind of given it a very international look, but it's very conceptually very strong, rooted in Indian history. We also have used a lot of craft, which brings in the Indian art and brings the flavor of Indianness to the building. It is net zero, so considering the carbon footprint, considering sustainable design, all of it is very much part of the building. And a lot of details where the visibility of Indian art, I think, is a highlight in this building, which really makes us very proud.
It's actually a classic fusion of the masculine and the feminine. The build forms are more masculine, the Prakriti Purusha. Your Biophilic is more feminine, it's flowing, it's beautiful, it's live. Not that the masculine are not live, but they're more static. So if I would take a best example, Bosch is one of the largest private limited company in the world, and when we were selected, I presented in Germany to win the project in Stuttgart. So we talked of, it's called monumental architecture in Europe, very masculine, and India is about feminism, the beautiful rivers, the mountains. So how we blended these two opposite polarities. The feminine element in the Shastra is the fluidity of water. It flows like a beautiful woman. It's flowing, it's freeing, it's energizing. So that is the two confluences of biophilic and sturdy architecture. And here we let the landscape come into the building. So you have the cafe, you have the cafe going into the gardens. So we brought in art in its Art Nouveau form, plants, birds, flowers, into the building.
So luxury right now is always, looked at as imported furniture, imported, marble and things like that. So I would say that it is a change that is required and is happening, where local art and craft is being elevated to the level of acceptance as luxury. So designers, whether they are product designers, whether they are interior designers or architects, really have this responsibility, I would say, of making sure that traditional Indian art, craft and architecture being accepted now as luxury living. We have done multiple projects where, whether it is in hospitality, if you see Surya Samudra, the way you plan a project, the way we, work with, high tech when it comes to automation and things like that. But working with, eco-sensitive design by having a lot of light, having, airflow, all of it. Most of our homes really work in this way, and we prefer it if there's natural ventilation that's happening. My advice to aspiring students and young professionals: make use of the palette that is available to them, the potential that they have, both in terms of material, in terms of concepts, from Indian tradition, and also in terms of the high tech that's absolutely available today in India. I think the responsibility that they should feel is to make sure that we as Indians are proud of the contemporary Indianness of architecture and interior design detail that we would be bringing forth to the country and to the global public. Thank you, Kohler and Forbes India. Gives us great pleasure to be part of this list, and it also hopefully means that we are doing meaningful, sustainable, eco-friendly architecture, and also hoping that it means that we are rooted in Indianness as well.